Matt, we're going to talk about behind MLM removal in this video, and BehindMLM.com. It looks like a website which is generating content to sort of out, businesses who may or may not be running MLM schemes and or may not be on the up and up. Some of the posts I look at, some of the complaints are about anonymous ownership seems to be a big common thread. But surprisingly, this website, it looks like it gets about 1,300 searches a month in Google. So it's pretty popular. It's gaining popularity. What can you add about Behind MLM before we talk about our removal processes?
The guy who runs it knows what he's doing. So every listing, he has the word review in there. And that's a very common search term when people search business name plus word review. And as a result, it has a high ranking on that search term for the businesses. We had a client on there who wasn't MLM. They were more multi-level national advertising, they called it. But it was, I don't think they're an MLM company, maybe borderline, but they got outed on it. And luckily, we have a solution to get it removed now.
Well, what's interesting before we get to removal is when you first open up this site, I don't know if you noticed, but they ask for a donation.
Yeah.
Which is odd to me. And it's always makes me a little suspicious whenever I open up a site and I see ads. Like they've got ads in the top banner, on the sides, within the content. I guess they're trying to make money in multiple ways, but it seems that the real source of income is people paying them to remove content, right?
That seems like it, yeah. The donations.
So let's talk about removal. So we can remove content from the Behind MLM.
Yeah, so if you reach out to Behind MLM, they won't publicly say they'll remove things, but I think one of our removal guys has a in with them. We personally don't, but our removal guy we do business with, one of them, he had success with getting it removed. It took about 2 weeks to do, and 12 months later, no issues. It stayed off. They're true to the word. Some of these sites, it's playing whack-a-mole where you pay one removal and it shows up on another site. We haven't seen that with this. So one and done, which is nice.
And it looks like the content that's being added to Behind MLM is coming from the site owner. Like I didn't notice any like third party, crowdsourced type content.
Yeah, they all seem similar worded and designed. It definitely seems like the same person posting it.
Yeah. Well, it's got so much work to go out
Yeah.
and write up these pieces. I've noticed like
Well, not necessarily
screenshots.
more. You got AI it does all the bulk for you. A lot of these extortionists and these complaint sites are doing that.
Yeah. Well, still it can be damaging to a business's reputation. Like you said at the outset, if you just search for your business, if you're on this site and you just search for your business name, it might not come up. But, for most businesses, when you look in Google autocomplete and you type the business name, like the first prediction is the word review.
Yes. By the way, if you have an autocomplete issue, Mike here, your go-to guy. So instead of sending people down the rabbit hole of the word review, you can remove it and then maybe focus on positive keywords instead that send people down a nice rabbit hole.
Yeah. Well, people are curious and, they might be just innocently looking like, oh, I want to check out this Behind MLM site to see what I can learn. And all of a sudden you see a review, your curiosity is piqued, you click on it, and then boom, here's Behind MLM with probably a scathing review about your company.
Yeah, they're never good.
They're never good.
No.
Well, the good news is that we can remove it. You said it takes about 2 weeks to get it gone.
Mm-hmm.
And is this a removal or a de-index?
It's a D-index.
Okay, so it won't be removed on the site itself, but it falls out of search engines and it won't affect your online reputation any longer, right?
Exactly.
All right, thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Mike.